Using Identity Federation, users in other identity stores can access resources in an AWS account. Identity Federation is nothing but any third-party identity providers with some compatibility can access AWS resources. There can be two types of Identity Federation, Web ID Federation and SAML ID Federation. In Web ID Federation, we can use Facebook, Google or Amazon IDs or any OpenID Connect compatible IDs to access AWS resources. In SAML2 based Identity Federation, we can use on-premise identity stores like LDAP or Microsoft AD to authenticate a user and allow that user to access AWS resources in a certain account. What are the different steps of Web ID Federation? The first thing which you have to do is to sign up as developer in Facebook or Google or Amazon account. Then create an identity provider in IAM. I'll show you this shortly. Then create a role with trust and permission policy. This role can be as normal as you have seen so far. In the trust policy principle should be the web identity provider. Cognito can be used as identity broker. Discussing Cognito is beyond the scope of this session. So in the principle, we'll mention something like this, federated, either www.amazon.com or graph.facebook.com or accounts.google.com, depending on which web ID we are using. And in the action section, instead of mentioning STS assume role, we'll provide this assume role with web identity. How does it work? We have an application in a mobile device or any application program for that matter, which wants to access AWS resources setting in some account. And we have OIDC compatible web identity provider like Amazon, Google, Facebook or any other. The first step is to authenticate with the web identity provider, which returns an authentication token, which contains information about the user of the app. Then the app makes a call with assume role with web identity action for temporary credentials. Role ARN and auth token is passed along with. AWS verifies that the token is trusted and valid and returns temporary security credentials to the app. This credential would have permissions needed as per the role. Using these temporary credentials, the application in the mobile device can access AWS services. To create a web identity provider, you'll have to go to the IAM console. From the services page, go to Security, Identity and Compliance and click on IAM, and then click on Identity Providers. Click on Create Provider and choose OpenID Connect. And the provider URL can be www.amazon.com or graph.facebook.com or accounts.google.com. You have something called audience. It has to be provided by the OIDC provider. Click on next step. Once you verify, that's all. You have created the web ID provider. AWS provides a link web-identity-federation-playground.h3.amazonaws.com/index.html. You can use this to see how actually web ID federation works. The first thing which you have to do is authenticate with the ID provider. Let's use Google. We can use Google sign in here. Provide your Google ID and password, and then you'll get this pop-up page which will say that Web ID Federation Playground wants to access a few stuff. Go ahead and click on allow. So this is the auth token I was talking about. So once you authenticate, this auth token is provided by the Web ID provider. So after getting this auth token, the next step is to obtain the temporary security credentials. For that, we'll have to make a call to STS with assume role with web identity. Click on proceed on step 2. If you see, the trust policy says that trust this federated web OIDC, which is accounts.google.com, and action is assume role with web identity. There's some hypothetical role ARN, but this is the most important part, web identity token or the auth token. Then you'll make assume role with web identity call to STS. It'll give you a response. In the response, it'll provide you the access key ID, the secret access key and the session token. You can use all these three things now to access AWS resource. Click on proceed to step 3. Here you're using this secret access key ID and session token for an action called list bucket and get object. Click on go and it is giving you some output. So this is a playground which can be used to see how actually Web ID Federation works. Then we have SAML Federation, wherein identity provider existing in corporate environment like LDAP, Microsoft Active Directory, etc. can be used for authentication. These are the pre-steps of using SAML. The first thing you have to do is register AWS with corporate identity provider like LDAP. That will generate a metadata XML, and that metadata XML or SAML metadata can be used to create a SAML identity provider in IAM. Then we'll have to create roles as usual. These roles should be mapped with organization's assertion. Remember, the assertion should be created in LDAP and they have to be mapped with the roles in AWS IAM. Let me show you how to create a SAML identity provider in IAM. Go to the AWS Management Console and click on IAM. Here we have identity providers. Click on Create Provider. This time, instead of using OpenID Connect, I'll use SAML. And I'll have to mention the provider name. It can be LDAP or Microsoft AD or any SAML 2 compatible ID provider. And then I'll have to upload the metadata document. I'll have to click on Choose File. The metadata document should be there in my local machine. I'll have to upload that metadata XML document, and then when I click on Next Step and verify, it will give me the ARN of the SAML provider. Once you get the ARN, in your trust policy, you'll mention principal as AWS and then ARN of the SAML provider. And the action will mention assume role with SAML. Let's see how does it work. This is our corporate data center. An application program is running here. It could have been a user also, which wants to access Amazon resources. Corporate data center has its own identity provider. Let's say LDAP. This application or user authenticates itself with LDAP and gets a SAML assertion back. Then a call to STS is made with assume role with SAML, along with the role and SAML provider ARN. STS returns temporary security credentials which are used to access AWS resources. Till now, we have seen calls with assume in those. All those who are responsible to get us temporary security credentials. Security token service is used to create and provide trusted users with temporary security credentials that can control access to AWS resources. Temporary security credentials return temporary access key ID, secret access key, and an additional component which is security token. We already know what access key ID and secret access key are. Security token is an additional component which is returned by STS. This is an application or user which wants to access AWS resources. Here we have STS that is responsible for providing credentials. Application or user makes a call to STS. STS then returns the temporary security credentials. Let's see some STS calls now. Till now we have only used assume role in our demo because I cannot show you the other ones. If you make an STS call with assume role, you'll have to pass the ARN of the role and the duration. The duration should be 15 minutes to 1 hour. The default is 1 hour. After 1 hour, your permission would be revoked and you'll have to make assume role call again. Then you have assume role with web identity. If you are making an STS call using this, then you'll have to pass the ARN of the role, the auth token, and the duration, which can be anything between 15 minutes to 60 minutes. 1 hour is the default. We have also seen assume role with SAML. In this STS call, ARN of the role, ARN of the SAML provider created in IAM, SAML assertion and duration are passed when the STS call is made. Duration can be anywhere between 15 minutes to 1 hour. 1 hour is the default. We have two more, which is get federation token and get session token. Pricing IAM is entirely free. You do not have to pay a single penny to use IAM. There are no design patterns because IAM is used to provide access so that you can use the AWS resources or perform some actions on AWS resources. That's all about IAM. Thanks for watching.